I told the police where my brother was hiding. He'd shown up at my door at 3 in the morning with a duffel bag over his shoulder. I need to stay here, he said, just until things settled down. 2 days later, 2 officers knocked and asked if I'd seen him. I looked one of them in the eye and said, he's in my basement. They walked past me and brought him up the stairs in handcuffs. Why would you do this? He kept screaming. I'm your brother. Our grandmother was sitting on my couch when it happened. His grandmother too, the woman he'd been living with and, I'd just learned, quietly draining dry. She watched them put him in the squad car and said nothing. My mother called that night. The first thing out of her mouth was that she wished she'd never had me. I didn't respond. When I told her what he'd actually done, she said, you believe some confused old woman over your own brother? She forgets things. You know that. You're not my child anymore. You're nothing to me. She hung up before I could answer. My other brother drove over the next morning and kicked my door so hard it cracked the frame. When I opened it, he grabbed me by the collar and slammed me against the wall. You think he'd steal from his own grandmother? She's 81 and losing her memory. You destroyed his life over a confused old woman's paranoia. He shoved me and spit at my feet. If I ever see you again, I'll put you in the ground. He tore out of my driveway fast enough to take out my mailbox. My mother called again Sunday, sobbing. She'd been to see him in the cell. He doesn't understand why you do this to him. He swears he never touched a cent, and I believe him. I told her she was wrong. She told me my grandmother was a liar who imagined things, that she wasn't paying for a lawyer, and that I should be the one paying for tearing the family apart. His girlfriend showed up with her brother who was holding a bat. He's not even convicted and you already ruined him, she said. Everyone thinks he's a monster now. Her brother stepped closer with the bat and told me if he ever saw my face again, he'd cave it in. I told them to get off my property. You'll rot alone, she said. She's going to remember she made it all up, and you'll have thrown your family away for nothing. I closed the door. Here's the part that mattered, the part that made all of it worth it. My grandmother found me in the kitchen that night. She stood in the doorway with her hands twisting together, looking smaller than I'd ever seen her. Are they going to put me in a home? She asked. Your mother says no one believes me and I'm getting sent away. I got down level with her and took her hands. I believe you, I said. She started to shake. Why? Everyone else says I'm confused. I took a breath. Because your grandson sat right where you're standing the night he showed up here. He thought I'd take his side and hide him. So he told me what he'd been doing. Moving money out of your accounts, forging your signature, selling things out of your house while you slept, and counting on the fact that if you ever noticed, no one would believe you over him. My voice cracked. He said it like it was nothing. He said you'd never be able to prove it. That's when I called the police. Tears spilled down her face. He told me I was going crazy. Every time I noticed something missing, he told me I'd imagined it. I started to think maybe I had. I pulled her into my arms. You didn't imagine anything, and I will believe you every single time. Every time. My brother got several years for financial exploitation of an elder and forgery once the bank records and the forged documents came out. The paper trail didn't care what my mother wanted to believe. The rest of the family called me a traitor for it. Some of them still do. I don't care. My grandmother lives with me now. I handle her accounts, keep her calendar, sit with her when the confusion frightens her. Slowly, she stopped apologizing for being a burden, because I've told her 100 times she isn't one. Some nights she still asks, half asleep, whether anyone's going to send her away. And every single time I tell her the same thing. Not while I'm alive. I chose you. I'll keep choosing you. She's the only family I lost anything worth keeping to protect, and she was worth all of it.